Zimsec, which is Zimbabwe School Examination Council Grade 7 examinations. Today we are going to focus on Mathematics Paper 2, how to answer Mathematics Paper 2. So I'll take a past exam paper from October 2015 session. The time is 2 hours and the instruction is to answer all questions in section A and to answer any 3 questions in section B according to this syllabus in 2015. So I'm going to attempt. So this was number 1, which was with 1 mark. I have just expanded so that we see it on the screen. We see the question clearly. So write down 500 in Roman numerals. So the Roman numerals are simple. If you have a chart for Roman numerals, you know that 500 is equal to D. So the answer here was D. D represents 500 in Roman numerals. Let's now cross over to number 2. Number 2A, increase 57 by 43. To increase is to add. To decrease is to subtract. So add. Let's add 57 plus 43. What is 57 plus 43? So here we start to add 7 plus 3, which will give us 10. So it's 0. Remember 1. So 1 plus 5 plus 4 is 10. So this becomes 100. So our answer here will be 100. Let's go to number 2B. Find the value of 0.4 times 0.002. So you can do 2 methods. The first method is that you can just multiply 4 times 2 and you get 8. Then you count how many numbers do we have after the comma here of 1, 2, 3. So your answer will be 0.008. You must have 3 decimal places. So by counting this, it gives you 3 decimal places. But I want to highlight a symbol or a traditional method we use to multiply 0.4 times 0.02. So we can just put 0 as a placeholder for 2 and another 0 as a placeholder for 0, and we multiply the numbers by this figure, which is 0 again. So this 0 will multiply 4 and 0. So this will help you get the decimal places. So 2 here, if the placeholder is being held by 0, 0 here, the placeholder is being held by 0. So 0 times 4 is 0, then 0 times 0 is 0. Then we just have one number before the comma, so we put our comma here. You can see that we already have 3 decimal places. Then second stage, you are multiplying by this number, so we'll put 0 to hold for 2. Then this 0 is holding for 2. Then 0 times 4 is 0. 0 times 0 is 0. Now we are at 2. We are not putting 0 to hold a place. So 2 times 4 is 8. And 2 times 0 is 0. This 0. Now let's add. We add these numbers. So we add. Yeah, we add. So when you are adding 0 plus 0 plus 8 is 8. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 0 plus 0, 0, 0. Then we put our comma here, 0. So we must arrange our numbers so that we add numbers according to their place values. So we can extend by this 0 so that we match the decimal places with the first answer on our multiplication by this 0. So our final answer is 0.008. You can see that we have 3 decimal places. So it's important that you pay attention on how to find the decimal places. Let's now attempt to simplify 3/4 plus 3/8. We can also use another simple method where we want to match the denominators. If we want to match the denominators, you can see we have a denominator of 4 and 8. So we look at the denominators. So to to make this a denominator of 8, we just multiply by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8, 3 times 2 is 6. So we multiply this 3/4 by 2, 2 over 2, so that we meet the denominator. So this becomes 6 over 8 plus 3 over 8. We've just multiplied everything here by 2 so that we match the denominator here. So this is simple. We are now adding the numerators. 6 plus 3 is 9, then over 8. 8 into 9, we reduce this improper fraction to mixed fraction. 8 into 9 is 1, remainder 1 over 8. So that's how we find an answer. So the answer is 1 over 8. Or you can use the traditional method again. Common denominator is 8. 4 into 8 is 2. Then 2 multiply this 3. Then 8 into 8 is 1. 1 times 3 is 3. So 2 times 3, this becomes 6 plus 3 over 8, which is 9 over 8. Then we go back here where we divide 8 into 9, which is 1, remainder 1 over 8. So answer is 1 and 8. Now on number 3, express 12:30 midnight in 24-hour notation. So before we write to 24-hour notation, let's write to what we are used to. Noon it's PM, and midnight it's AM. After midnight, any second after midnight is AM. So here it's 12:30 AM. So for AM, our 12 becomes 00. We are starting a day, so 00:30 hours. We don't put a dot here. On 24-hour notation, we just write 00:30 hours. We don't put AM or PM, we do not put a dot here. So that's how we attempt number 3. So we are going to continue with the other numbers as we go on. This marks the end of this first lesson.